going to have all the shipping and packaging and printing station in that area. Warm sunny yellow. Casually. Road is closed. These are the egg yolks that I started to ferment about a week ago. So now they are ready to be taken out from the salt. I'm going to use a thin fabric and I'm just going to wrap them in there gently and dehydrate them in the refrigerator for 2 more weeks. I went to grab a few things from the store as I'm getting ready for a day trip with my friends. I'm gathering a few items in the basket that I know I need to remember to bring with me, and one of us is responsible for a tablecloth and a candle and wherever we end up we're just going to make a beautiful table setting, and sometimes we get looks and smiles. We had a few people walking up and we just started to chat with them. We keep continue with this tradition. And once in a while, we just go for a day and we spend the day together. Now that I'm done with the kitchen reset, I can start to work on the food, and I'm trying to keep in mind what is easy to eat and what is generally the likes of my friends. So I like to gather those type of things that has worked in the past. I'm going to pack some grapes and I'm going to pack them in a way that it's easy to eat even in the car as well. I'm also making some chocolate cupcakes. To make it a little bit more different than the usual one, I'm going to add some cocoa nibs and some dried papayas, and I'm going to mix it in the dough, and also I'm going to add a few of them on the top. Using some cocktail picks, it's gonna be easier to eat in the car and on the go. For next, I'm going to make some cucumber salad, but it's a little bit different than the one I usually make. I'm going to add some dill, a little bit of a yogurt that is dairy free, a little bit of a mayo. Adding some onion and radish to it. As for a snack that is easy to eat and it's healthy but it tastes really good, I'm going to make some chia pudding, and on the end I like to add extra whipped cream to it, and this time I used the oat one, and I added some lemon flavor, coconut sugar and lemon zest, and I really liked that new flavor. It just added a new twist to it, but I actually like the vanilla one better. I prefer that one. I think just the creamy texture calls for the vanilla taste instead of the lemon one, but I was still enjoying that. I shared in my last video how to make these beautiful yellow colored eggs, so if you wanna have a detailed instruction how to make that, you can watch my previous video. But I'm going to use this as an extra snack, and I'm just using some perilla leaf underneath just to make the color pop a little bit more. Oh my goodness. While all the boys are practicing the drumming, oh, and by the way, we got an electric guitar too, so that adds to the mix in the background noise. Oh, I shouldn't call it noise, it's a music what they do, so I'm sorry, I take it back. It's a music. So I always wanted to make these rolls. It's on my list since Christmas. It's on my Christmas list. I still haven't gotten to the end. But I wanted to make a gluten-free cocoa rolls, and now I'm doing it in a different way than I used to do. I think it can create an extra layer that way, and it turned out really well. So I'm going to work on this recipe. The only thing I want to change with that is the dough itself. Like, I want to add a little bit more flexibility, so I have to use a different combination of the gluten-free flours. But there was no complaint from my family and I really liked it. So I think I'm going to continue working on that, and once it's done I can post this on the website, but as of right now I'm still fine-tuning it. Brushing it with a little bit of a ghee on the top, and I'm going to let it rise on the top of the oven for an hour. A quick reset and clean up in the kitchen before I continue with the food prepping. I've been using homemade cleaners for 2 decades. That reduces so much of the cost. I haven't purchased any cleaners since then, and I never looked back. If you need more recipes, I have them up on my website at scandishhome.com. But basically most of the time I just buy the baking soda, dish soap and vinegar. I also am going to add some monk fruit on the top. I shared in one of my videos how I make vanilla sugar from that. Basically I just grind it and I stick a vanilla bean in there, but this is what goes on the top. It's not for the sweetness, it's just magical when it has this powdered sugary look. I made some sushi for the kids yesterday night for lunch, and that gave me the idea to make a wrap. that is made from eggs and some starches, and I just wrapped up the rice as the same way as the sushi but without the nourish it. It is early and very quiet, which I love because I can focus better that way. And I just started to gather the things that I wanna take with myself, and also I put out the things that my family will need. As for the cupcakes, I had a different plan. I imagined a nice reddish cream on the top, but I messed it up. It didn't turn out as I wanted, so I couldn't use it. And that's why I'm putting this marshmallow cream on the top, which is worked out fine. I also made some chickens on the stick, so it will be easier to eat, and I like to pack lightly as possible. So I have some pizza boxes that will be a perfect size to store these. Show you around where are we with the studio. It's good, but I've got a couple of plants. It is very muddy. So actually the tree that fell on the studio didn't make any damage. Thank God for that. So it was from the front. Joat was able to remove that. And then we got roof now. I mean, we had the roof, but we didn't have the shingle up there. And on the other side, we're still missing because it's raining again, so we have to wait until the weather gets better. But one side we got the roof done. On this side we still have to finish. Okay, so I'm at the entrance, and in this area, so we want to build a shop for Joat because the shop that we have, it's too close to the house and it draws all the water under the house. Don't even get me started with the issues. But that shop needs to go, and then also there's other issues with that. So we were thinking, since we have to take it down, we're going to build another one on this side. And we were originally planning to put the garden behind me, but now we are thinking we can maybe just make a gazebo in that area and then make it more functional on the other side. So as the trees are falling down, I'm going to show you the disaster down there. So as we're cleaning it up, we will try to buy as many trees as we can, possibly. I mean, they are expensive, so we will see what speed we can go with, but we want to plant more trees and put the garden down here since we have a sunshine now. So this is gonna be a nice area for all the vegetables and bushes and for the garden. The plan is to have this little porch, and I want to put a little, either just one rocking chair or maybe a little table, and I can drink a tea or something, because this is where the sun comes up. So this is the first area where the sunshine hit the first time, and I'm gonna love this. And in the window I want to put a box with some flowers, and as we enter to the door I want to have an area where I can put my coat and shoes and such. And then I haven't really decided yet, but one side maybe is gonna be all my tables that are already here, and I can adjust the height. And then either I'm going to have all the shipping and packaging and printing station in that area, And on this side I have this round table. I'm thinking to move that down here with the 4 chair. If I have friends coming over for a lunch break or something, we can sit down here, or if I wanna do a sewing project, or maybe I can put the tables here. We'll see. As I'm working with this space, I'm pretty sure I will rearrange it a few times. And in this area, so this wall, I'm going to have this wooden shelf unit from IKEA, where I have the cabinets down there that I already have, so I just have to bring it down. I got 3 panels for that. So the closed cabinets will be on the bottom, and then the shelves above it. And in that area, so I want to have my table that it's coming in. I don't know if I can draw it so you guys can see what I'm saying, but it will be coming to that direction, so I can sit in there and facing towards that way. And this area would be my brainstorming slash inspirational area, so I can maybe paint a chalkboard paint over there, so I can put down some ideas, and then maybe I can put a pin board and have a real Pinterest. Or maybe I can put the table like in an L shape or right in the middle. I mean, I'm still far away from that, but it's good to think about like how the furnitures will be. But the sun will go that way, so I'm going to have a nice sunshine, and on the afternoon there's some that is coming in from there. I really wanna have a shape lap floor. We'll see that. It's all depends on the price, but I really love the ceiling and the way that we want to keep it that way, to have this open ceiling. I think it's going to make it nice and airy. And as for the interior, I want to continue with all the natural wood that I already love, and unfinished wooden furniture and shelves unit. And then my tables are like that, that we purchased the top part. It's an unfinished wood. I really like the orange color, so I might going to bring in some of that, or maybe a yellow, a golden yellow, a warm sunny yellow. And maybe I'm going to change it around. It's gonna be a creative area where I can do and change around things as I like. The door, I want to show you. I wanted to have something with a lots of window. So okay, you cannot see it, but on the bottom it's closed, and on the top it's got this big window-ish panel style, and we put an extra window up there. We were also thinking to put one more window up there, but we were like, we think it's gonna be fine. The door will have window on it, and then we got all these windows around, so it should be fine. And also we're going to have some ceiling lights. I wanna keep it that way. I mean, we still, of course, we have to cover it, but as much as possible I want to keep that style. And we're going to have some beams going across, so I can decorate that. I can put some string lights and endless possibilities. I cannot wait for the Christmas decoration, or spring, or whatever it's coming. It's gonna be so much fun once it's done. I'm trying to be patient, but either the weather was holding us back, and then also there are other projects that George needs to wrap up. We have lots of plans, but we can't really follow through that plans all the time in the time manner as we want to, because there's always something. I'm going to take you down there and show you what we are dealing with. It started to rain, and I don't want to bring out the umbrella, it's just a hassle. But so as the trees fell down in the storm, I mean they're falling down anyway, but the storm helped. I think we have at least 50 trees done. I'm going to show you. So as George was cleaning that area up, so he went deeper with the excavator, and then he cut through the septic tube. I mean whatever comes out from the septic. So all the water goes to that field area. So we need to fix that one. So that's what I'm telling you. There's always something. When we purchased this property, we knew it's gonna be a big project, but we didn't know what this forest, or not, it's not even a forest, it's a Christmas tree farm overgrown situation we're dealing with. that means no roots for the trees, and then they are falling down. So let me show you some of them. I mean, I cannot walk through everywhere because they're kind of leaning, and I don't want to bump into the head. But this is the area like where we used to have the road. We were able to go with the ATV and then just walking. Now there's no road, you cannot even see that. It looks like we have grass, but these are branches that have broken down, and there are more trees that came down. So here's one that is just casually turned out from the ground with the roots, with the non-existing roots, because they're supposed to have bigger roots. So that's the issue. And that one almost actually cut off the power line as well. We got really lucky that it didn't. So I don't know if you guys remember from my videos, but this is the area where we had the wood chips where I used to walk. Yeah, now it's closed, okay? Road is closed. We're not gonna be able to come that way, and there are more trees that are halfway down, so we have to take care of that because it's leaning towards the neighbor. But everything is just, there's another one that is coming down, so it's just a pile of matches over here. Like, I cannot even see up there. It's just like trees everywhere. So that's gonna be another cleanup to do. We like projects, but this one is a little bit overwhelming. I think we just want to get it done in a matter of time to get done other stuff. So maybe we just have to be more patient, but this is years of work to clean this one up, and I cannot imagine if somebody doesn't have the tools or energy, how they would be able to handle this property. And now we see why people stepped back from buying this, thankfully for us, because we love living here. So it's all the best for that. Okay, I'm going back because it's raining. But thank you guys so much for watching, and for the next video I will have the regular content, and I will see you soon in the next one.